Hi everyone, my name's Lauren and welcome back to my channel, Lauren and Her Library. Today I'll be doing the Booktube Newbie Tag. So the first question is, why did I start my channel? And I guess it's because I wanted to meet more people that like to read books. A lot of the people that I talk to tend to not read many books, and I don't have many people to talk to about the books that I read. So that's one of the reasons why I started going to a book club last year based in Brisbane, just so I could talk to more people and meet some more people. Basically my best friend is the only person who reads as much as I do, and after a while I feel like he kind of gets sick of me talking about the books that I read. So I just wanted to come out here and have fun making videos and meet new people and basically just talk about books to my heart's content. So the second question is, what are some fun and unique things that you can bring to Booktube? Probably my inconsistency, because I'm really bad at being consistent and like finding motivation to even do the things that I love. If I like a book, I'm just going to read it and not do anything else with my day. I find it really hard to get out of books when I'm reading them. So I think that actually the thing I can bring to Booktube is just inconsistency, because I'm trash. Yeah. I have a really weird sense of humor as well, so maybe I can bring that. That's kind of unique, I guess. But it's just passive aggressive. I don't really think that's that unique. So the third question is, what are you most excited about in regards to this channel? I have a lot of things I'm actually excited about, like meeting new people, talking about new books, reviewing books for the first time. I feel like I'm not very good at eloquently talking about how I feel about a book or explaining the plot of a book very well. Why do I love reading? The main reason why I read is for escapism. I love escaping into a new world and learning about a new world. I love reading about good trumping evil and fighting for your dreams and like making them come true, and you know, doing all that sort of stuff. I love adventures, and I don't like going outside to make adventures. I like being inside and living 1,000 different lives while being in the same room. I think that that's such a good thing, such an exciting thing to do. So the next question is, what book series got you into reading? I remember first reading Tomorrow When the War Began by John Marsden in high school for a school project. We only had to read the first book, but I ended up buying the entire series, and like I've read it multiple times over the last couple of years since I've bought it. I really enjoy it. So I think that that's something that really got me into it to begin with. I wasn't one of those people that started with Harry Potter. I'm actually just reading Harry Potter now for the first time, and it's a little bit daunting. I'm really worried of, like, big books scare me, and books over 500 pages like I find really intimidating, so that's mostly the reason why I never read them. But I'm giving them a go this year and I'm really liking them so far, and I'm up to book 5 I believe, so I'm excited to get into it and see how it happens. I have watched the movies, but I haven't watched all of them in a row, or I haven't watched the complete, like a whole movie, other than like the last 3. I think I went and saw them in the movies, but yeah, the first couple I haven't seen the entirety of, so the things that are in the books are still exciting and still things that I don't know happen. So I do enjoy it like for that reason. So the next question is, what would you ask your favorite booktubers? How do you not be awkward in front of a camera? I find that's something that I find really difficult to begin with. I find it really awkward and uncomfortable. I film a lot of the same videos over and over again because I don't like how I film them, or something that I say I don't like, so I really tend to edit it out. The next question is, what challenges do I think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Probably just that awkward stage of me talking to a camera and not actually having someone here to talk to. I find that very disorientating, and it's just a little bit awkward for me. I think that's probably going to be the hardest thing. Eventually I'll get used to it and I won't be so awkward and stiff and tongue-tied. When did you start reading? I feel like I started really late compared to a lot of other booktubers. I did read a fair bit while I was in high school and just coming out of high school, but I wasn't hugely into reading. I think over the last 2 or 3 years I've really started to pick up on it. Probably 2016. Yeah, 2016 is when I really started to buy books and look for other people's reviews on books, and really try and figure out what genre fitted into my life the most and what I enjoyed the most. The next question is, where do you read? I mostly read in my reading room, in my library. I do have a giant reading chair. It's called like a swivel chair. It's big enough for me to nap on. It's one of like the greatest things I've ever bought in my life. It's so comfortable and so good, and I love reading in it. I can literally spend an entire day just sitting there reading in it. I do tend to read quite a bit in bed just before I'm going to sleep or when I wake up in the morning, and I do read mostly also in the car on my commute to and from work. I listen to my audiobooks at that point. I just put my Bluetooth on and listen to them through my car. I find that's a good way for me to get my number of books up for the year. So yeah, mostly just those 3 places: my library, my bed, and my car. And the last question is, what kind of books do you like to read? I mostly read fantasy and sci-fi. I do have the odd craving for romance or contemporary. It's not that often. I need to find something to split up my sci-fi and my fantasy, and just have something a little bit of a light read to just break everything up and give myself a break. Yeah, I tend to really like contemporaries. Usually YA, adult romances are very much a hit and miss for me. But yeah, mainly it's just fantasy and sci-fi in the young adult genre. Alright, so those are all of the questions that I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next video. Bye!